What's up, BookTube? Back with another review, and today we're going to be talking about The Fury of the Gods by John Gwynne. And this is the third book of the Bloodsworn Trilogy. I thought overall the first book was okay. I think I gave it a 4-star. It was a 5-star at the very end, to be honest, if the whole book would have been that way. Book 2 was a 5-star, clear as day, one of my favorite books of all time, actually. And the third book, how does it live up? Well, it's brutal, it's satisfying, and it's action heavy. It's a really action heavy finale, if you ask me. It delivers on mostly everything except great character endings, in my personal view. I did not actually enjoy that, and that's the only thing that kept this book really from a 5-star in my book. So spoiler alert, I gave it a 4-star instead. But that doesn't mean that this was a bad book. Actually, it was very interesting, and even though it was a very long book, I found myself reading and reading and reading because it was that good. John Gwynne just knows what he's doing. He just knows overall what he is doing. But let's go ahead and let's go to the prose of this book. And I'll just basically go, before I go to the pros and the cons, I want to speak about the individual character POVs. Now, Orca on this one, Orca is one of my all-time favorite characters of all time. She is like her and Darrow from Red Rising are two all-time favorite characters. Orca probably be in the top, to be honest. I just love the way her character is. She fits the motherly role and then the strong role. Like she's like, if you were writing a female character, just copy and paste what Orca does, because Orca's the best. Like at all of it. Just all of it. She's incredibly brutal, but she's incredibly motherly. Like she fits all of it and just into one character, and I think she's amazing. Unfortunately on this one, I felt like she took a back seat. Now obviously she's going to take a back seat because of all of the different characters. You have Bior on this one, and what is his name? Guthvar, if I can pronounce it. I call him Guovar all in my head because I speak English, and it just sounded like Guovar. But it's Guthvar, apparently, is how he is. And to be honest, when you have that many characters, so what does that make? 5 characters overall that there was, storylines over. And I thought she kind of got pushed in the back burner a little bit. And I personally didn't really enjoy that aspect of it because, to be honest, I read these books because of Orca in her story. I mean, if there's one character I've been hooked on from the very beginning, is her. She's trying to, get her son. She's trying to, save her son from these cultists, from this crazy god, dragon god, and she's trying to get revenge for her husband all at the same time. So, like, there's a lot of things that's playing out, and then she takes on the role of kind of a motherly role to another character in this, and that I thought was just perfect in a lot of different ways. And she really just shows like what she is as a character, even though she got a small role. So thought her role, even though it was very small compared to other other books where it was a lot larger, I still thought she did a really great job over it. Now, as far as Varg is concerned, I like Varg. I do like Varg. Varg feels like just this good old boy character. He doesn't really know what he's doing. He doesn't mind, telling you he's pissing his pants. He's not that type of warrior. He's like, he knows what he is. And he does it so well, but then he shows his bravery, and the people around him really love him and respect him, and he does the same for them. And you cannot help but absolutely love a character that is like that. Like, you just can't help but like Varg. Coming from being a slave to then, getting his dream of really, being that warrior in this elite group, really was, I thought, pretty good. I thought overall the arc with him really matched up at the end. If any of them I felt like maybe got the best arc completion, it was probably Varg. Out of all of them combined, I felt like maybe he got the better end of that. But I enjoyed Varg. I love that character of Varg. Now, as far as Elvar is concerned, Elvar I hated in the first book. I could not stand this character. She was a slaver. She did not seem like she cared about anybody. She was just out for fame and fortune, and she just wasn't a very likable character. And then towards the end of book 1, I was like, okay, I'm seeing some things that I'm really enjoying with her. And it carried over a little bit in book 2. And then in book 3, I don't know, it's like I just didn't really like that character again. I just didn't enjoy the way she thought of things. There was a personal betrayal that really shouldn't have been a betrayal. I thought she handled it really bad. I thought there was a lot of people that thought a lot of her, really for no other reason. She was like one of those that, not to give anything away, but she does something really good in this at the very end. But it's for all the wrong reasons. It's the win, basically. And I just didn't care about her at all when it come to that. Now, as far as Elvar is concerned, as her ending is concerned, she got the worst ending. Just no two ways about it. She got the worst ending out of all of it. I would say her, it's a hard one. Is it Guthvar or is it Elvar? No, I still feel like Elvar got the worst ending to it. It was very undramatic in a lot of different ways. Didn't enjoy it. Didn't really see it coming. In a lot of ways, her the end of her story arc, but it maybe shock value, I guess you could say. But overall, didn't enjoy the ending of her story. Really thought she took more of a role in books 2 and 3, especially in book 3, leading the charge in a lot of ways, becoming the warrior that she had always wanted to be. And I thought overall, it was mixed. It was just mixed. But anyways, let's go on to Beor. Alright, so Beor was a character I actually really enjoyed in book 1 when he didn't have his own POV. But then when he got his own POV in book 2 and book 3, I really enjoyed how it expanded the world out. And we kind of, I believe they're called the Raven Feeders or whatever that group was called. He was a part of, and I really enjoyed kind of the back and forth in his mind about, am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? Do I love Elvar? Do I not love Elvar? Like, what am I doing? Like, her being a slaver and him being basically a thrall at this stage. Like, his just back and forth between it. I thought on this one, on the third book, he was really good. He was another one, maybe I felt like towards the end, he kind of felt like he didn't know himself quite as well in the third one as what he knew in the second one. And that kind of hurt a little bit. It hurt his story. Now, as far as Guthvar is concerned, I've really enjoyed him. I enjoy this coward of all cowards. He's just great in so many different ways. I thought he got really cheapened at the end. But overall, this is a character that I really, when I'd be really tired of reading, but then I get to one of his chapters, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to finish reading his chapter. Like, he was one of those characters that made me just want to keep reading on. I really enjoyed his cowardly ways, his self-preserving POV. And he was kind of comic relief in a lot of ways. I felt like him and Bard kind of hit that mark a little bit. But I thought, especially for Guthvar, he really was the backbone of book 2 and 3 for me specifically. So I thought overall, book 3, he did great. I thought they lessened his story arc at the very end. And it could have been better. His story arc ended in not a way I liked. Not a way I liked. But I mean, just overall, as far as the things that I really truly enjoyed, I mean, you cannot go wrong with John Gwynn's world building. His world building is amazing. Like, it just truly actually is amazing. I mean, when you got Vigrio, when you got gods, monsters, clans, and mythology, all of it just kind of like fit in so perfectly. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. As far as emotional impact, I thought it was okay. Okay, there was some moments that really hit hard for me. But there was some moments, though, that I also kind of felt like didn't land for me that really should have landed and should have hurt more that didn't hurt at all. There was some, I just felt like there was some moments that like struck that made me go, wow, I probably should have cared more about this. But I don't. And that kind of actually bothered me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It actually truly bothered me. Now, as far as the characters are concerned, overall, the characters are amazing in this. I can't really think of a character that I did not enjoy. And that's going from main characters to gods to side quest characters and your side characters and all of it. I actually truly enjoyed all of them, so I have nothing wrong to say about the characters. And the pacing, it was a fast-paced book. Now, this is a pro and a con, because overall the pro of it was it was very action-packed. The con of it was it never gave you a time to breathe, and sometimes that was very, very, very needed overall. But I would say pacing, one of the stronger aspects of it. One of the weaker aspects of this one is dialogue. This book, Thought Cage, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That it felt like it felt like they were people who had been kicked in the head by mules a little too much the way they spoke. They, obviously when you're speaking, all right, the best way to explain it is like, you'll see like these characters that are in movies that are just learning English. That's the way they spoke. And I hate that all the way around when it comes to Viking shows. I don't know why. You can have somebody from, I don't know, from a series in the Middle East and then they speak perfect English. You can have series from, that are English, Irish, French. No matter what, they speak perfect English. But you go to a Viking one and everything is just sounds so stupid. It does. Their dialogue sounds stupid. I'm sorry. It just does. And it was very repetitive with the thought cage thing. I'm so tired. If there's one thing I'm glad I'm finished with this series with, is I'll never have to hear thought cage ever again, because I got so sick and tired of that. That was such a dumb thing. Like, it was just dumb. It was just dumb. It was a dumb saying, and it got repeated way too much. It was almost in every bit of dialogue, and I just hated it. I just absolutely hated that. Now, as far as the prose are, the prose were clear. They were readable, but they weren't especially elevated or beautiful in any kind of way. I mean, it kind of goes back even towards the dialogue to a certain extent. There was nothing that was unique or would be like, wow, what a beautiful sounding sentence. I didn't get that. I didn't get very much strong prose in this one, to say the least. But overall, like, what was my main takeaway from this? Like I said, beautiful world building, nice character work, very memorable characters. The prose were weak. There was a lot of problems with that. It's a 4-star book, easily and clearly. Could very well have been a 4.5-star book, to be honest with you. I'm probably rating it a little bit low because I really enjoyed my time in this world. I thought this was a very strong finale, even though it wasn't the finale that I specifically wanted. If it would have given us a little bit more time to breathe in between the battles, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. But it kind of just felt like we weren't moving anywhere. We were just kind of stuck in this one spot for like halfway on in the book to the very end, and that kind of got a little tiring after a while. You know, you're used to all the journeying and, you know, going from thing to thing, and kind of like you're dealing with characters that are all in the same place, and I did really enjoy that aspect of it. But like I said, world building excellent, pacing strong as ever. Character arcs mostly deliver on. Didn't like the ending of some of them, especially Elvar. I did not like the ending of it. But you know, John Gwynne knows how to write a battle scene. Even though I wish that there would have been maybe a little pauses in between the battle scenes, he knows what he's doing on it. He knows what he's doing on it. It just got slightly maybe repetitive a little bit towards the end. But you know, overall, in this series, just in general, along with this book, I love the story. I did love the story. I love the characters. And I just love the epic feel that this gave. Like, this was epic scale type epic. Epicness. It felt that way. And it, to a lot of ways, it blew me away. It blew me away in that aspect of it. And I do, before I end this, I do want to say I was a little bit disappointed by one of the gods at the very end. The god arrived, and I felt like we didn't get to see much. Well, really, to be honest, there was one, the last one, Orna. I felt like we didn't get to see enough of. But especially in this one, because of the build-up to it, it felt a lot like it turned out to be a nothing burger, and that really kind of ticked me off in a lot of different ways. But overall, that's probably one of the reasons why that's the one thing that sticks in my mind, and why I say, you know what? It's a 4-star book. It's great, but it's not great. It's great epic fantasy, but it's not all-time great epic fantasy. At least not this book. The series overall, definitely, probably actually, now that I think about it, is probably my favorite series of all time. But as far as this book, it was a good ending, but it could have been better. Really could have been better if we'd have just had a little bit more time to breathe. And the characters would have got better endings to the arcs that they deserved. But overall, guys, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? How wrong am I? Because I know I am wrong in a lot of ways when it comes to this book. But let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. And y'all take care.